The movie kicks off with a girl named Padet. She's the ultimate influencer, waking up and immediately diving into her makeup routine. Within minutes, she's live streaming to her massive following, dropping beauty secrets and answering fan questions like a pro. But the moment she leaves her aesthetic pink bedroom, the facade drops. She walks through a narrow, cramped hallway in a totally average house. We meet her mom, a nurse who's exhausted from working back-to-back shifts at the hospital just to keep the bills paid. Padet gets a $3,000 check from a brand she represents and instantly wants to drop it on designer shoes, but her mom tries to keep her grounded, telling her to save that cash for college. To maintain her rich girl image, Padet actually hangs out at luxury apartment complexes and has her friends pick her up from there so no one knows where she actually lives. Things take a sharp turn when she decides to surprise her boyfriend Jordan at his music video shoot. She's even baked him a cake, and she's so obsessed with her image that she asks her friend Alden to live stream the entire surprise on TikTok. She wants her fans to see the perfect couple moment. But when she walks into Jordan's trailer, her world shatters. He's caught red-handed kissing a backup dancer. The girl even has the nerve to tell Padet she's a huge fan. Padet loses it, screaming and throwing cake everywhere, having a total mental breakdown in front of millions of live viewers. In the chaos, Alden points out that the camera is still live. Padet looks into the lens and sees her total nightmare, mascara running down her face, tear stains everywhere, and a giant snot bubble coming out of her nose. She snatches the phone and kills the stream, but the damage is done. The next day, she's a total wreck. She's gone from the it girl to bubble girl. The internet has turned her into a laughingstock, and her main sponsor Jessica calls her up just to fire her. At school, her friends Alden and Quinn are talking behind her back, with Alden basically saying Padet had it coming. They start reminiscing about how Jordan used to be this awkward, overweight kid with bad hair before Padet gave him a massive makeover and made him a star. This sparks an idea in Padet's head. To prove she still has her magic touch and to get revenge on Jordan, she bets her friends that she can take the biggest loser in school and turn him into the prom king. They scan the crowd and find their target, Cameron. He's the ultimate loner, obsessed with street photography and so unpopular that even his sister Bryn is embarrassed to be seen with him. He's moody, antisocial, and constantly bullied by Jordan, making him the perfect project. The next day, Padet tries to recruit him for a fundraising event, but Cameron shuts her down, calling the whole prom scene a waste of time. But Padet doesn't quit. She finds out he volunteers at a horse stable and shows up there the next day, asking for riding lessons. She even helps him clean the stalls. They end up falling in the dirt together, laughing, and for a second, the fake influencer act disappears. Padet invites Cameron and his misfit friend Nisha to a karaoke party. Initially they feel totally out of place, but when Padet gets on stage to sing, she's actually incredible. However, Jordan shows up with the girl he cheated with, causing Padet to freeze up with anxiety. Cameron, seeing her struggle, rushes onto the stage and turns it into a duet, saving her from another public humiliation. After the party, they start to really bond. Cameron takes her to a train station for some street photography and opens up about his mother's death and his father moving to Sweden. Padet for the first time gets real and talks about her parents' divorce and how hard her mom works. Then comes the big transformation. Padet takes Cameron shopping and gives him a total makeover, fresh haircut, sharp suit, the whole 9 yards. When they hit a Great Gatsby-themed party, the entire school is stunned. Cameron looks like a different person. But the night goes south when Jordan tries to force himself on Cameron's sister. Cameron steps in, a fight breaks out, and he humiliates Jordan. In an act of pure petty revenge, Jordan throws Cameron's mother's vintage camera into the pool. Cameron is heartbroken and leaves, but Padet is starting to realize she's actually falling for him. But the drama is far from over. Padet finds out that her friend Alden has been sabotaging her from the start. Just as Cameron is about to ask Padet to prom with a huge romantic gesture, Alden drops the bomb about the bet. She tells him he was just a loser project for Padet to win a game. Cameron is absolutely crushed. He feels like he was just a pawn in her social media game and cuts her off completely. On the night of the prom, Padet is a mess. She has a heart-to-heart with her mom and Cameron's sister, admitting she truly loves him. At the prom, Padet and Jordan are crowned prom queen and king. But instead of a fake speech, Padet goes rogue. She live streams the truth, showing everyone her real house and admitting that her whole life has been a lie. She gives up her crown, finally choosing reality over likes. Outside, Cameron shows up on a horse, having seen her speech. They apologize, share a heartfelt kiss, and the movie jumps to a few months later. They're traveling through Portugal together, finally living a real life with no filters and no fake fame.